40.
Estamos aquí porque finalmente nos vamos a reunir con unos íconos pop. Estamos con 18s. Hi guys, how are you?
Hello.
Welcome to Los 40 Chile.
Muchas gracias.
Do you know some words in Spanish?
A few. It's
Muy poquito.
yeah, but you know more. I know like
No, I don't even remember ice cream anymore. Yeah.
¿Helado?
Helado.
helado frío.
Helado, not gelato. Helado.
Check
There you
please.
go.
Nice. Well, we saw your official debut since a long time. It's like 26 years ago in 1999. So no doubt a lot happened. How did you make the decision to come back like 18s?
I think Marie can answer this because she was actually like the igniting force in this.
Okay, no, but actually this, like my thought process started like, it must have been 1.5 years ago. We had just won Eurovision Song Contest with Loreen. And at that point, I mean, we knew that we were going to host Eurovision in Sweden again, and they were definitely going to celebrate ABBA's 50-year anniversary, and that meant that we were going to celebrate 25 years together again. So I was like, next year, oh my God, it's 25 years for us. It's time for us to get back together again, at least to like spend time together again, because we live across the world from each other. And so I just started like a chat group in between us and some people that we worked with to try to reconnect again and try to plan something for the upcoming year. Like we need to get a dinner at least together. And then we started to like talk to each other a little bit more, and it was like, we should do something maybe next year. And that's like how I think everybody just started to feel like, no, but maybe we should do something. And then this opportunity to be part of Melodifestivalen and perform there came up because they wanted also to celebrate our anniversary as a group. So yeah, we just felt it was the right timing. And I think we were all in a place where we felt like, if we're going to do this ever, it has to be now.
And also, I think, everyone had in a position where in life it worked. Yeah. I mean, yes, I was a bit pregnant when I did the performance, so maybe not a perfect timing. just a little small detail, but I think it worked well, and it was in a good position in our careers as well. Where we could take time off, we could go and do something like this, and that doesn't happen very often in our lives. Yeah. So it just felt like everything was meant to be when we got.
Stars were aligned.
Yeah.
And also, I think after we then had done Melodifestivalen, the Swedish Eurovision, I think we all got like so excited because the response that we got there was amazing. The whole rehearsing and reconnection like that we had up till that point, I think we all just felt so like emotional, like there were so many positive emotions around it. So we were like, we shouldn't just stop here because people actually liked it. Because we loved it. Yeah, and we absolutely loved it.
That's cool to hear, because you were important part of a lot of a big generation. So that was an important decision to come back, like to celebrate 25 years. And about that, what do you remember most about the time when you were able to tour around the world? Do you remember something about any country? I don't know if you remember something about Chile, because it was long ago. You've been here to Festival de Viña del Mar.
I mean, I think we all have so many like deeply rooted memories from our whole career, but in like the top 5, like the memories from Chile, even like top 3, or I mean like the most incredible memories we've had like has been from Chile, and especially like the first time we came here, because we had no idea what to expect, and like the labels tried to like prepare us a bit, like like you guys are quite big here, so prepare that it might be a little crazy. We were like, oh, like crazy, what does that mean? Yeah. And it was just absolutely madness. So So we have always had like a special connection and love for the South American fans, and it's always been a very special territory for us, and especially Chile. So, like it feels just like Sarah said earlier in another interview, like this was just meant to be. Sorry, I'm just mixing this up a bit. Like that was not in this interview. No, but like that it just felt meant to be, to kind of start here with like the shows that we have coming up for this year. Like it felt very special and very, I think, almost important to us to almost start here, because like the biggest community we have, like with our fans, they are basically from Chile and all over South America. So this was a very special place.
When we performed in Melodifestivalen, like we had no idea that people were going to be that excited about our comeback, and people traveled across the world to Malmö, a town south in Sweden, to see us perform on stage for 5 minutes. Like they because it went official that we were going to be part of the show like 1 week before we were going to perform, and people like took their money and traveled to like it was just, nobody was just amazing, and we had no idea that people would do that for us. So like to be able to come back here and start here and give them something back, it just feels important. And yeah.
In more than 2 decades, everything's changed. People change, and things we like change. So, can you tell me which one were your favorite band or artist when you start like 18s, and which one maybe it's right now your favorite artist or favorite band? Oh. It's the same? It's changed? I don't know.
That's actually a funny question, because yesterday when I talked with some fans, they actually said that like they are here, they were outside the hotel, like waiting for us to and that just feels so special to us, that people take their time. Yeah, it's just crazy.
Wow, really? Is people outside?
Yeah, like it's so crazy, but like just what they talked about as well, that they've been growing up with us, so like they love our music, but now they have grown up, just like you said, and people change. So like they also listen, there was this one fan that also listened to like Slipknot and like Metallica, but they were like, this is my childhood. And I think that's the same for all of us, and like we have always listened to a lot of different music. Like we all come from like pop, like obviously, like we are who we are, but we have always had very different influences individually from music. So I think people would be surprised what we listened to in like the tour bus or when we were flying, because like it wasn't just like Britney Spears and Backstreet Boys. It was all kinds of music.
Everything from like Queen to
exactly.
Like country music. It was like we had
and hard rap and like just all kinds.
Yeah.
And I think that has, I can answer for you guys, but like I think, just like you said, we all grow up, we evolve, and I think that like music is so universal and it just cross over genres, and I think it's, especially today, with like how like we consume music, people listen to all kinds and create their own playlists on all streaming platforms, and before it was more like, I got the Craig David album. I'm gonna listen to this for 2 years, So like now it's so wide.
I love that time though. It was a special time that we got to be part of, and to like go to a record store. It was a big deal to go and buy a record or a single, and like people also consume music in a different way today. They maybe listen to a TikTok clip for 15 seconds and then that's how they listen to a song. It was not really like that for us. We listened to albums, But to like go back to your question, I think for me, I remember like saying I love Celine Dion, when I was 15, and I still love her. To see her as an artist again today and see her documentary and see the journey that she has done, like I still admire her so much. So she's still like up there on my list.
Yeah, and I also, like Janet Jackson, she's back now doing Vegas. Like it just comes back around, and it's just so impressive that these artists just keep on going and get back to it and find the love for the music. Because I think in our case it was we love it, we come back now, but also nice with the break makes you enjoy it more when you get back to it. So like I understand why these artists are coming back, to do it properly. I mean, we talked about it yesterday that we haven't even had this kind of show that we're doing this weekend. We didn't do that kind of show ever as a group, really. I mean, to actually stand there doing these songs, enjoying it, you know, experience the situation. It's just, we didn't really do that back then. So, yeah, so I think Janet Jackson is, yeah. Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I was thinking, because I handed off the mic because I was like, what do I listen to these days? I'm like, well, I think my 7-year-old is taking my phone, and she is the one that's controlling the music in our house. So it's all like kid stuff and like Eurovision Song Contest. I'm like, I don't want to talk about it. Like, yeah, exactly. What I don't even know. Because I turn something on at home, and she's like, Dad. And then she takes it, and then she will listen to something else. But they're also getting into the 90s stuff now, actually. And like old soul, like Aretha Franklin, like the classics. But that's like timeless.
I mean, basically what you talked about, Amit, that something that I've been thinking about, which I think is a bit scary, is that these days, like, I mean, just because we were a part of like the whole 90s era, we were able to do this to come back, and all of those bands, like you said, Sarah, like Janet Jackson, Christina Aguilera is doing the same. But something that I've been thinking about, just because we consume music the way we do today, just like you said, Marie, with TikTok, like in 20 years, when we're not around, and when Christina is not around, no, but like all of those new artists, like they won't exist. So like what will happen to the music industry? I just think it's a bit scary.
It's happened a lot because the industry's changed a lot.
Yes. Oh my God.
It's like when you're talking about the albums or right now, everything is on streaming, so it's so different. Oh yes. Oh my God. It's so stressful.
I hope we're going back more to some things that they used to be. I mean, that's just, it probably never will, but it was just amazing to be part of that era for us, I think. Yeah.
Nice. Guys, I have to say thank you for this interview, for being here again in Chile. So I ask you one more thing, to call people from Los 40 Chile to see you, to follow your music, and also to go to see you tomorrow.
Hola, somos 18s.
Los 40 Chile. We love you guys. Thank you for having us, and please come and watch us this weekend at
Fiesta Grado 3!
Yes!